Hi Shane.
Hi, mate.
So we'll go ahead with the press conference. We'll take a question from HT first. Can you tell us about how Rahul Chahar has developed over the years? He has produced his best figures against KKR. So can you tell us about his mentality?
Oh, look, I think he's doing extremely well. If you look at Rahul, he's still an incredibly young man who's played a fair bit of cricket now and some high-pressure cricket, finals, and been a key member of our team. So in terms of his development, I still think he's got a long way to go. But I think the beauty about Rahul is, we sit down and do a lot of work behind the scenes around analysis and how he's going to go about his game. He's a really good listener and he's prepared to get out there and implement it in the game. So I'm hoping that'll continue over the next few years.
So how do you think his role is in this season, specifically because we're playing in Chennai?
The role never changes for him. If you look at our team, we've obviously got some outstanding strike bowlers to bowl in the power play. Trent Bolt, Booms, and whoever complements them. Krunal Pandya, who was brilliant for us in the last game, you'd probably say a slightly more defensive bowler. And Rahul's a wicket-taking bowler. He can bowl those balls that are just too good. An example was Tripathi in the last game, just bowled an absolute jacker. So his role is to come in, spin the ball, and if the boys around in the middle can create some pressure, then it gives them the opportunity to take wickets. So that's the role that we look for him to do in the team.
Mumbai Indians focuses a lot about young players, domestic bowlers, etc. So when you're working with domestic bowlers, what is exactly that you tell them? Is it about their fitness or their technique, etc.?
No, fitness I leave to Paul Chapman. He's more than capable of getting them fit. Technique, look, you don't have a lot of time here to do a lot of technique work. What we try to emphasise is we bowl as a collective group, that it's more than the individual. Even with the star bowling lineup that we've got we talk a lot about that it doesn't matter who gets the wickets. If we do the job for the team, if we bowl to the plans that we set and we do that as a group, then we're very, very tough to beat. We did that perfectly in the last game. So a lot of the work that I do is around the game plan stuff, the tactical side of the game, and making sure when the boys come to practice their training on specific skills, trying to put the ball in the areas that we put them and being really calm and clear about what they're trying to do, because when you're under the pressure of the IPL and you're bowling to the AB de Villiers, the Joss Butlers, these outstanding batsmen, you have to take a deep breath and be calm and clear about what you're doing. So try to do a lot of work in that space.
Mumbai Indians has always had a very good bowling attack, especially the fast bowling attack. This season specifically, we're talking about spin, etc. So how do you think Rahul Chahar and Krunal Pandya, the duo, is important to Mumbai Indians?
Like I said before, we're a collective bowling unit. I think the key to winning championships, I always think, is a strong bowling attack. And we've had 5 international bowlers playing in the Mumbai Indians bowling lineup for a long time. If you look at our success even when we were playing at Wankhede and last season in the UAE on pretty good batting surfaces, the key was around those top order wickets, but also for our spinners to do a containing and wicket taking job through the middle, which someone like Krunal with his stats over to be playing at Wankhede, which is a great batting wicket, and going under 7 and over, has done an incredible job for us. So regardless of the pitch, that job never really changes. And I think sometimes the value of those spin bowling and that spin bowling combination, and they've been complemented by Giant Yadav as well, has sort of been underlooked and probably undervalued, to be fair. So again, we come to wickets that are turning, and I think they turned, and Krunal and Rahul were sensational in the last game, but also the way our seamers bowled at the back end was awesome. We went for 20 runs off the last 5 overs. So when the wicket's a little bit up and down, it's got some hold in it, the fast bowlers are equally important and still have to be accurate and can do an outstanding job for us.
Thank you. Mumbai plays SRH next, and they have a very aggressive top order. So is there anything specific that MI is planning for the likes of Warner and Bairstow?
Yeah, we've got to get those two guys out. Davies, one of the best batsmen in the IPL, talisman for their team, so we know how important they are. Look, they're a bowling lineup that we've at times found challenging as well, and we know if the wicket's going to be slow and turning, it's going to be hard work. They're very disciplined about the way they go about their work. They flogged us in the last game last year and played beautifully. Look, we plan the same for every team. We plan for their batsmen, how we're going to get them out, how we're going to best utilise the conditions. And the nature of this wicket, it's going to be hard work, and a number of batsmen, particularly from 10 overs onwards, have really struggled. And I'm sure both teams are talking about what are our game plans from 10 overs onwards and how we're going to best utilise the back end of the innings, which is has been a lot easier when the wickets have been good. So I think this competition, every game has been extremely tight. Come down to the last over, went for a real scrap tomorrow. There's a hint of desperation for them, 2-0's.